Good morning, children. Sarah. So, this is the first chapter we are going to deal with in active English, right? So, in the last session, we had seen the complete revision of active English. Okay. So, now we are going to start with the chapter 1. Okay. So, children, when you want something, how do you ask it from your parents? You just request them, right? So what is the meaning of request? So request is that which is asked for or requested. Okay, so you are asking it in a pleasing manner. Okay, so when you request for something, you always use the word please. Okay, so for example, let us say that please can I have your notebook, right? So this is a request. Okay, you're asking for something what you need in a polite manner. That is called as a request. So what is a command? So command is an order given to do something. Okay, is an order. You have to do it. So for example, let us take the king ordered his servant to bring him dinner. So the king ordered his servant to bring him dinner. Okay, he is just giving a command. Okay, so this is how you can see the difference between a request and a command. Okay, so in today's chapter we are going to see about request and command. Okay, so let us go into the exercise directly. So the first one is write out the request and replies. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do, I'm going to give an object, that is a pencil. So how will you ask it as a request? Okay, so you can ask it in this way: will you give me a pencil, please? So what will be the reply for it? Here it is. So please note down the punctuation marks which we use here. So always the sentence should start with a capital letter, and that is why we use capital W in the first place. Okay, so will you give me a pencil, please? Followed by a question mark, since it is a question. So the reply will be here, yes, comma, here it is. Okay, so first yes will be the answer, and here it is will be the action that the person is performing. Okay, so the next sentence is some rulers. So what is ruler? It is a scale, right, where you use it for drawing lines. Okay, so I am going to give you the word as some rulers. So how will you ask the question? Will you give me some rulers, please? So will you give me some rulers, please? So the answer will be yes, here it is. So the answer will be yes. So the answer will be yes, here it is. So next, let us go on to the next object, a rubber. So how will you ask a request? So will you give me a rubber, comma, please, followed by a question mark. So the answer will be yes, here it is. Okay, so whenever you ask for a request, you should always use the word please. Okay, children. So next we are going to the fourth object. So here now we are going to take it as some milk. So what will be the request? Will you give me some milk, please? The reply will be here it is. Okay, children. So since 4 questions we have saw with the answer, which we have seen with the answers, the next set of questions will be as a activity or the homework for you just take down the objects and you can frame your sentence. Okay, in a piece of paper or a notebook, just take a pic and send it to me. Okay, so that I will check how you have written or whether it is correct or wrong. Okay children, so now let me give you the questions for your homework. Okay children, so you are going to write the request and the replies for the next set of 5 questions. Okay, so let me give out the objects and now you can write the request as well as the reply. Okay, so the first one we have here is some pens. So how will you request and how will you reply for this question? Okay, so you have to write it in a piece of a paper or a notebook and just send me the pic. Okay, so next we are going to have sixth one as some chair. So the object here is some chair. So you have to write a request and a reply for this. Okay, so the next one we have is some water. So for this question also you are going to write the request and the reply for some water. And the eighth question we have is some pencils. Okay, followed by ninth question we have a piece of chalk. And the 10th question, which is the final one, we are going to have is some coffee. So you are going to write the request and the replies for these set of 5 questions. Okay children, so next we move on to a small activity. Okay, so you are going to frame sentences using this pattern. Okay, you are going to frame 10 sentences using this tabular column. Okay children, so based on this question you are going to write the 10 replies and requests for this, okay, this particular tabular column. So how will you frame the questions? So first we can write it like, will you lend me some pencils please, question mark. So that will be the first request and the reply will be yes, comma, here it is. Okay, so for pencils they are plural, right? There are more pencils, so you will never write it as here it is. You are going to write here they are. Okay, so when it comes for plural you should use they are, and when it is for a singular item or singular object you are going to use it is. Okay, okay children, so like this you are going to prepare 10 requests and 10 replies based on the tabular column given here. Okay, so next we are going to go to the chapter 2. So in this way you can frame the 10 requests and replies and just write it neatly in good handwriting. Okay children, so next we are going to chapter 2, that is you are going to see what is shall and what is will. Okay children, so shall and will. So in chapter number 2 we are going to see where we should use shall and when you should use will. Okay children, so shall in terms of advice, offer and a question you will use shall in a sentence. Okay, the words shall and will are called helping verbs in English grammar. Okay, so when we are going to use shall in terms of advice, offer and question. Okay, repeat, shall is used only in terms of advice, offer and question. So next let me give you an example. So shall I wear a tracksuit or a pair of trousers? So this is like seeking an advice from someone who is someone who is a friend or a elder or someone else. Okay, so like you are going to ask them, shall I wear a tracksuit or a pair of trousers? Okay, so this comes under the advice of shall. So in next, let us see another example. Shall I carry your bags? That is, he is willingly asking the that is her grandmother or someone who is elderly, that can he carry his bags. So he is just offering help to the elderly person. Okay, so in this way shall is used in terms of offer. Okay, so next we have shall as a question. So shall I keep the jacket in the cupboard? So this shall is used in terms of a question. Okay, so shall I keep the jacket in the cupboard? Okay, so shall is being used in 3 types of sentences. Okay, whereas it is being asked as a question, an offer, and as an advice. Okay, so shall is being used in 3 types of situations. First one, it is the advice. Second one, it is the offer, and third one, it is the question. Okay, so next we are going to see when we are using will. So will is used in terms of future plans and promise. Will is used in terms of future plans and promise. Okay, so first, we will visit Ooty during our summer vacations. Okay, so will here stands for future plans. That is, this particular sentence says that we will visit Ooty during our summer vacations. That is, it is planning what is going to happen in the future. Okay, so next one, I will always make my own bed. So this seeks as a promise. Okay, here this particular person is saying that I will always make my own bed. Okay, so here will stands for promise. So as I told you in previously, the words shall and will are helping verbs. So the words shall and will are helping verbs. Okay children, so next let us see where we are going to use shall and will in a exercise. So now I am going to explain where shall and will are used in terms of positive and negative terms. Okay, so when we use shall, it is a positive notion of a sentence. When we use shall not, it is the negative notion of a sentence. Okay, so in terms of will, it is the positive notion used in a sentence, and will not is a negative notion used in a sentence. Okay children, so what is the negative notion of shall? It is shall not. What is the negative notion of will? It is will not. Okay, so now let us see a few examples. I'll. So the word I'll stands for I shall or I will. The word I stands for I shall or I will. Next, we'll. So when you say we'll, it stands for we shall or we will. And next we have he'll. So it will stand for he will or he shall. Next we have as she'll. So that is she shall or she will. And next we have it'll. That is it will or She will. Next, they shall. So they stands for they will or they shall. And finally we have you'll, that is you will or you shall. In terms of these things, you can use I shall or I will in terms of where you should use shall and where you should use will. Okay, so let us see some more examples. I shan't, I shall not, I won't, I will not, we shan't, we shall not, we won't, we will not, he won't, he will not, they won't, they will not, you won't, you will not. So in this ways you can expand the sentences that is given here. Okay, so now we will go on to the activity 2. So first one, I shall tell her. So here what will you do to change this as a question? I shall tell her. So the question will come as, shall I tell her? Okay, and the question mark will come at the end to note it as a question. So next one, you will help me. It will come as, will you help me? That stands for a question mark. And next, we shall go now. And here it will come as, shall we go now? Question mark. She will go next week. So the question will be, when will she go next week? Okay, so now it will come, it will rain tomorrow. So will it rain tomorrow will be the question. The men will come back soon. Will the men come back soon? Now write out all the words. So I won't tell you. So now expand the word won't. I will not tell you. I shan't go. I shall not go. He won't help us. He will not help us. It won't be hot tomorrow. It will not be hot tomorrow. They won't stop talking. They will not stop talking. So in this way you can expand the words that are given. So as we have discussed previously, like I won't tell you. So won't, when you expand, it will become as will not, and shan't, when you expand, it will come as shall not, and won't, when you expand, it will become will not, and again won't will be will not as such. Okay, now the next activity. So give short replies to the question. Okay, will you go to bed? So when will you go to bed tonight? So in the bracket we have 9 o'clock. So how will you frame answers for the question given? I shall go to bed tonight at 9 o'clock. So how will you write? Here the will go will become shall go in the answer. So I shall go to bed tonight at 9 o'clock. So when you come to the second question, when will you wake up tomorrow? And 7 o'clock is given in the bracket, right? So the answer will be, I will wake up tomorrow at 7 o'clock. When will the school begin tomorrow? So the answer, that is given in the bracket is 8:30. Okay, so the answer will change as the school will begin tomorrow at 8:30. Okay, so next we will go to the fourth question. When will Mrs. Shah come back home? So the answer that is given in the bracket is 8 o'clock. When you frame the question into the answer, now Mrs. Shah will come in front, so that Mrs. Shah will come back home at 8 o'clock. And the fifth question we have, when will the children go home? So the answer that is given in the bracket is 1 o'clock. Now, when you change this question in the form of answer, the answer will be, the children will go home at 1 o'clock. And we have come to the last question here. When will Mrs. Shah finish work? So the answer is 5 o'clock, that is given in the bracket. And when we convert this question into the answer will be, Mrs. Shah will finish work at 5 o'clock. Okay children, so now practice all these sentences, and in the next session we will meet you with the next chapter. Okay, and I hope you understood the difference between shall and will, and what is an order and what is a command. Okay, do the homework given, make use of this time, just practice writing. Okay, improve your handwriting. Okay, thank you children.